Hey guys, Mtashed here, and I wanted to do a video talking about Endgame in Anthem and comparing it to Destiny. This has been a very popular topic. A lot of people keep asking me, why would I play this game over Destiny, or what's a better game? That is a very, very tough thing to answer because it's a very different game. Play both of them. If you have time, try all the games. If you have the money, try all the games. I feel like it's a mistake to only marry and play one game in life. And while some games may last longer than others, or you might like one more than another, do you only watch one movie? No. And I mean, even with this channel, people have already been like, oh, why are you playing Anthem? Why are you going to play The Division? Because I don't want to be married to one game for my entire life. I want to play new stuff. Now, getting that out of the way, people still want to know, well, even if it's not better than Destiny, is it worth it? Is it going to be good? And the argument that I've been seeing lately is, at the launch of Anthem, there's only 3 strongholds, right? There's only 3 of them. These are the kind of endgame things, is 3 strongholds, and many of them are comparing them to a strike. Maybe longer than a strike in Destiny, but they're comparing them to about what a strike would be in Destiny. Now, if you look at the launch of Destiny 2, there was like 8 of them. 8 or 9 of them. I think Destiny 1 had around there as well. And so if you're comparing 3 strongholds to 3 strikes, and there's no raid in Anthem, that is a big yikes. That is not a lot of content to do. However, this is the big however. Because of how loot is distributed, and how difficulties can change, and how you progress through this game, even though it is only 3, it is not the same experience as Destiny. With Destiny, if you're able to do the raid and complete the raid, typically you're at a power level that exceeds the drops of the Strike playlist. So while there may be 8 or 9 or even 12 strikes to do, doing them is for the fun factor of enjoying them and maybe varying the types of strikes you're doing, but not for the reward. Where Anthem is the exact opposite. There's only 3 of them, but you can continue to get really good rewards and the best rewards forever. Because Masterworks can drop, and Legendaries can drop, and upgrades of those Legendaries can drop, and the loot grind is closer to something like a Diablo or a Path of Exile, where you continually run the same content over and over again, and you get better and better rewards. A Diablo player doesn't really care what enemies he's attacking, or abilities he's using on them, as long as they die and they drop loot. And that is more the style of this game than Destiny. Now, if you don't like that, that's fine. That is okay. You can like the Destiny formula more. But even though there's only 3 strongholds, and potentially a hidden thing we don't know about yet, maybe a Shaper Storm, we don't know. But let's just say it's the 3. The game launches and there's only 3 strongholds. You could still argue that these 3 strongholds are more valuable or rewarding than anything that Destiny has, other than maybe the raid. But even the raids, you can't run it over and over again to get rewards. And so that is an issue as well. In this game, you can run the same stuff over and over and over and up the difficulty over and over and upgrade your gear over and over. And that chase is a long-term thing. Kind of like how The Division was. The Division, while there might have been some lockouts during its life cycle, a lot of the time, the best way to get loot was doing the same missions on the hardest difficulty and just continuing to do them. That is going to be what Anthem is. Doing the content, getting the loot, getting the upgrades, amping the difficulty. And that doesn't ever really run out. And so then it comes down to the fact that, well, if it's only 3 strongholds, maybe you get bored of doing those strongholds, right? That's shitty. But I want you to... I've been fighting on this screen for a long time right now, okay? I've been trying to deal with these enemies. I'm solo right now in a legendary contract. These contracts are kind of randomized missions with different objectives. And there are bosses at the ends of them a lot of the time. And I would consider these long enough and hard enough to be similar to a strike. This is a strike. It's in on the world map, you know, it's out in the open, but this is essentially a strike. And so if you're adding in the strongholds and now these legendary contracts that are quite lengthy and quite difficult, well, all of a sudden, you're now on par with the amount of shit to do. Maybe you don't have a raid, but strikes compared to strongholds and legendary contracts, it's probably the same. There's actually probably more legendary contracts. And so now all of a sudden you have more things to do in Anthem, potentially, and you have that continuous grind because just like with the strongholds, you can amp up the difficulty and keep getting better drops. So now the question is, well, shit, who does have the better end game? Anthem doesn't have a raid, but the Division didn't have a raid, and a lot of people played the Division. They're adding that in the second game, and they added incursions and stuff, but those were essentially strikes as well. They weren't anything too crazy. It's getting to the point where I think Anthem actually closes the gap on the Division and Destiny much more than maybe it says on paper. People hear endgame activity, they see Stronghold, and then they say, oh, and there's legendary contracts. But they don't know what that is, because no one's shown what a legendary contract is. But I'm taking out hundreds of enemies. I'm fighting through different areas. Like, these are lengthy, beefy things that are going to give me some kick-ass rewards. And so it's like, there's more there than I think a lot of people even realize. Like, way more. Also, look how good I am. Look, he's not even shooting back. He's scared. He's like, oh, I give up. It's the Mtashed, man. Guys, I wouldn't be worried too much about the end game of Anthem, especially if you're someone that likes games like a Diablo. Not having a raid, not having that crazy screw you difficulty, activity, that might be a turnoff for some people. I get that. 100%, man. I would love to see a raid in Anthem. I would love to see a boss with mechanics. But even just the base game, from what I've seen, it has quite a bit more potential than I think people are giving it credit for. No, I'm not paid to say shit like that. But I think it's important as someone who wants to cover the game. I mean, I want people to play this game. No shit, it's my job. But I think it's important to give it a fair assessment. People are shitting all over the game before it's even come out. People come in the chat all the time and they're talking about loot boxes that are guaranteed to not be in the game. They have told their investors there's no fucking loot boxes, so they can't just throw them in. Like this is a publicly traded company and stuff like that. And so, I guess it's just, I think it's important to look at it from multiple sides. And if I'm saying it to you guys as my audience, you guys know that I don't mess with you. I don't bullshit you. And so I see the potential there. But I am also a hardcore Destiny player. But I'm a hardcore Diablo, Division, Path of Exile. I love those games. I have hundreds and hundreds of hours in all of them. And so, thousands of hours, honestly, between them all. And so, this is another section of this same mission. I've been talking, what is this? I don't know how long it's been, 10 minutes, let's say? I don't even know. Right? I'm not even done yet. I have to do this part. I have to do this part. And then there's another part. So look at this. I'm just gonna skip ahead here. So it's been 9 minutes that I've been talking. Okay, let's just skip ahead. Let's try to get this video wrapped up because I don't want to ramble forever. Okay? So there's gonna be this mission here. There's gonna be some enemies, planting them, right? I think I get ambushed maybe. Oh no, I'm getting intel. That's what I'm doing in this section. It was just like a little intel section. Is what it is. Nothing too crazy. But then I fly down this way, and I get ambushed again. And there's some crazy enemies, and there's some storms, and this is like a big battle that I'm stressed out, right? This is like a whole nother section of the level. And then, look at this. Where is he? He's gonna spawn in here somewhere. Where's this little scumbag? I'll find him. No, where is he? Come on. Where is it? Where is he? Oh my god, this is awkward. Where is it? There, look at this. There's another guy. I've never seen this enemy before. It's a Dominion Fury. It has like this shield, so this is a boss. I mean, how is this not a strike? Or similar to a strike? I think that these legendary contracts are going to be much more interesting than even I thought. Like, when I first heard about it, I was like, meh. But I cannot lie that I had a great time doing this mission. So, and like, how long did this take me? Oh, I didn't even kill it in this. This is 16 minutes long. And I actually didn't kill it. So there'd be another clip of me finally killing it. It took me another... Let me see this. Look at that, a nice little loot drop. So that was like 20 minutes to do that. That's like a strike. So, anyways, I guess I wanted to just let you guys know that I think that there's going to be more Endgame than a lot of people think there's going to be. Is it going to be the best? Is it going to be amazing? No. Do I wish there was a raid? Absolutely. But I wouldn't look at 3 strongholds as the only thing to do in the Endgame, because this is pretty obviously going to be, something that you can do to get some good rewards and challenge yourself, especially solo. I almost died like 4 times in this one. Anyways, that's it. I spent enough of your time. I appreciate it. If you could, though, check in the description below. I've got links to a company called Advanced. They sell a kick-ass energy drink, okay? If you're interested in an energy drink that doesn't have a bunch of fillers like, G Fuel and a couple other ones, Advanced makes a product called Focus. It's awesome. 10% discount code. I love you guys. I'll see you guys soon. Appreciate you watching me. Bye-bye.